Hello again. Welcome back to your 5-minute devotional stop with me, Amy Phillips. I'm on a journey moving from fear to faith, and I hope you'll join me for Just Believe. Well, Happy New Year, friends. I'm still, as you might imagine, thinking on the new year and what God would have for me and for you in it. I recently read from one of my favorites, Terry Seville Foy. She said, "A good exercise is to imagine a teenager saying, 'I want to learn to be successful. Can I shadow you for the next 5 days and observe your habits?'" She then questioned, what would they learn? What habits, routines, or rituals would they observe? And would they want to do what you do? So sometimes I have a problem with a question like that. How can I be more successful? Kind of brings to mind an image of somebody on a yacht with lots of money. But more than anything, success to me is loving Jesus with my everything and living in obedience to Him and being made into His likeness. And everything else is cherries on top. But I do still like those kind of questions because it makes you take stock of your own life and your habits and what's most important to you. It's a question of, is there anything in your life that someone else would want to emulate, especially when it comes to following Jesus? So I asked my son what things he observed in my daily life, any habits or rituals. And the only thing he could come up with was, you spend time with Jesus every day. So at least I've got one thing prioritized, and I think it's the best thing. If you have children, it's a good thing to ask yourself, what am I showing them as the most important things in life? How you spend your time shows what your priorities are. I think that's why I'm going to harp again this week about sitting down with Jesus to pray through and write out what He's saying about 2021. There can be things God speaks to you that you wouldn't have thought about. And then, of course, there will be the ones you've already been working on, like consistent quiet times with Jesus, or exercising a certain amount of times a week, or household projects you want to get done this year. There can also be things you can't quantify, like loving the Lord with an increasing measure every day. Whatever the things are, set aside a time to hear and then get them down on paper. Put 2021 out before your eyes and allow God to form it as He wants to. I love the story in Matthew 9. It says, as Jesus went on from there, 2 blind men followed Him, calling out, "Have mercy on us, Son of David." When he'd gone indoors, the blind men came to Him and He asked them, "Do you believe that I'm able to do this?" "Yes, Lord," they replied. Then He touched their eyes and said, "According to your faith, let it be done to you." And their sight was restored. The Message and the Passion translation of verse 29 get me every time. Instead of "according to your faith, let it be done to you," the Message says, "become what you believe." Or the Passion translation says, "you will have what your faith expects." Friends, you will have what your faith expects this year. I don't mean if you have faith, everything's going to go perfectly. We know that's not right. I mean, if you set your sights on what God would have for you, what God has spoken to you, and where you've positioned yourself this year to grow and to hear from Him, then you'll have what your faith expects. You will become what you believe. Meaning, if you believe this year is going to be hard and anxiety will be on every corner, you're going to open up the door to that. But instead, if you trust your Father and you speak life over your year and you believe that He will not only take care of you, but He'll be closer than a brother to you this year, you will have what your faith expects. I saw this quote from Caine yesterday. She says, "Where we look, we will go, and what we behold, we will become." You will become what you behold and go where you look. These are not just cliche sayings, but truth from the Word. What are you going to behold this year? Where are you going to look? I pray that you're going to behold the Maker of the universe, the one who put the stars in their place. I pray that you're going to look for His beautiful eyes as He searches to and fro for those who are worshiping Him. I pray you will rest all of your hope and earnest expectations on Him, not on your own will, not on your church or church leaders, not on what political platform is in power. Let your hope rest on Him alone, the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning and the end. He says of Himself in Revelation, "Fear not, I am the first and the last and the living one. I died, and behold, I am alive forevermore, and I have the keys of death and Hades." What a God we serve. What a Savior we have. We don't live like the world does without hope. No, we put our eyes on Him. We trust in Him. Do not fear, beloved ones. Behold Him as you start this year. He will refresh and realign you for His purposes in the earth. Become what you believe, friends. You are loved in 2021. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you feel encouraged and strengthened. If you want to connect with me, you can find me at amybphillips.com. See you next time.